All right, we're about to connect some of the oldest ideas in human history with, well, some of the most cutting-edge, wild theories in modern tech. And it all really comes down to this one question. Is our reality a program?
So, let's just dive right in with a huge one. I mean, think about it. Your job, your memories, the people you love, your deepest fears. What if none of this is actually real?
You know, this isn't just a late-night philosophical question anymore. Right now, tech giants are literally pouring billions of dollars into building virtual worlds. AI is getting creepily good at predicting what you and I are going to do next. And even mainstream physicists, the really serious ones, are starting to question the fundamental nature of our reality.
It really feels like we're finding a glitch in the system, like a crack in the matrix. So let's take a look at these cracks that are suddenly appearing in the world we thought we knew.
But all this modern stuff, the tech, the new scientific questions, they aren't actually new. Not even close. And this, right here, is where it gets really fascinating. Here's the twist. This idea that feels so futuristic that we might be living inside some kind of massive, complex simulation, it's actually thousands of years old.
So let's rewind the clock, way back. Let's look at this ancient secret and see exactly how civilizations from long, long ago described the world we live in.
First, you got to understand this key concept from ancient Indian philosophy. It's the word Maya. Now, a lot of people get this wrong. Maya doesn't mean the world is fake, like a dream. It means the world we see and touch is a kind of veil. It's a simplified and ultimately misleading version of what's really going on.
And you can just trace this idea through time. It starts thousands of years ago with these ancient philosophers talking about Maya. Then, boom, it pops up again in a huge way in 2003. A philosopher named Bostrom basically argued that it's statistically way more likely that we're living in a simulation than in the one base reality. And today, well, you've got tech leaders like Elon Musk talking about it all the time. And Musk, he didn't just talk about it, he actually put a number on it. He calculated the odds that we are in what he calls base reality, the original real world, as being
1 in billions. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. He's saying it is statistically almost impossible that this right here is the original reality.
Okay, this is where things get really wild. Because if our world isn't base reality, then what is it? Well, some physicists think the clues might be hiding in the actual code of the universe itself.
Think about any big open-world video game you've ever played. The world feels huge, right? But your computer or your console isn't drawing all of it at once. That would be impossible. It only renders the stuff you're actively looking at. It's a way to save processing power.
Now, keep that idea in your head, because what quantum physicists are finding out about our own universe is shockingly, unsettlingly similar. Here it is, the big, weird parallel. Modern physics shows us that the very building blocks of our reality, particles, they don't seem to have definite properties, like a location, until we actually observe them. It's almost like reality waits for us to look before it decides what to be. Now compare that to ancient Maya beliefs. They said that consciousness shapes the world, not the other way around. It's the same core idea, just separated by thousands of years.
And the clues just keep piling up. Physicists have found that space and time aren't smooth and continuous. They come in these tiny, indivisible packets, kind of like pixels on a screen. The universe has a hard speed limit, the speed of light, which feels a lot like a maximum processing speed. And the laws of physics themselves, they just seem perfectly fine-tuned for efficiency, exactly like how you would design a simulation.
So, if we just go with this for a minute, if we accept the premise, then what are the rules of this game? How do things like power and history actually work inside an illusion?
Well, if you look at history through this lens, you start to see things a little differently. Could these huge events like the fall of the Roman Empire, or the sudden mysterious collapse of the Maya civilization, or even the 2008 global financial crash, could they be seen as massive system resets? Are they less like random accidents and more like the game rebalancing itself? And if this is a system, then true power, well, it isn't about money or weapons. That's just playing with items you find inside the game. Real power belongs to the system interpreters, the people who can understand, shape, and even rewrite the rules of the system itself by controlling the stories we all believe. And this dynamic, it's not new at all. It's just changed its clothes. The ancient elites, the priests and kings, they held power by controlling the stories, the calendar, the sacred rituals. Today, our modern elites,
are the ones who control the flow of information. The media, the algorithms that decide what you see online, and the tech giants building the digital worlds we all live in.
Okay, so let's bring all of this cosmic, mind-bending stuff right back down to Earth. What does this actually mean for you? Because now, it's your turn to play. There's a really interesting theory that our modern epidemics of anxiety and depression might be connected to all this. That maybe we're forgetting this is an illusion and we're starting to mistake the game for ultimate truth. It's like we're waking up to the fact that we're in a game, but we still feel trapped by the rules, and that conflict is causing a whole lot of pain.
But look, this doesn't have to be a depressing thought. In fact, it's the total opposite. If this is a simulation, it doesn't mean your life is meaningless. It means your responsibility is higher than you ever possibly imagined. Every choice you make, every action you take, is actively shaping this experience for you and for everyone else.
You know, the ancient Maya didn't try to escape the illusion. They focused on learning how to play the game wisely within it. So that really just leaves us with the final, most important question. If this really is a game, what kind of player are you